Spider-Man. There's supposed to be a green screen here. As you can see, there isn't one. It got fucking back ordered because I guess everyone and their mama needs a green screen in December for some fucking reason. Welcome back to After the Hype, the show where we talk about media after the hype or hate dies down. Ladies and gentlemen, Spider-Man 2 is a very good game. It's got problems. Don't get it fucking twisted, but it is a very good game. Now, my list of good shit is a lot longer than the list of bad shit, so let's just start with... One of the things you'll notice very early on when playing this Spider-Man game is they really focused on momentum. The movement in this game is worth the price of admission itself. Whether it's the speed and momentum in your web swings, the loop-de-loops and the web wings, this game is fast as fuck. You're gonna be schmoovin'. It seems that this idea of momentum is very prevalent throughout the game, whether it's in the story and how it's paced, all the side activities, all the crimes that you can stop, all the districts and the exploration, everything is just way faster than both Spider-Man 2018 and Spider-Man Miles Morales, which may actually make playing those games again in the future kind of hard because this game is really fucking fast. And this idea of momentum and speed can be seen very early on, and not even in something that is that entirely crucial to the game, but in the car chase activity. That's where I saw it first. In the original Spider-Man game, when you do one of these car chases with these criminals, you end up hopping on a car, dodging left, dodging right, taking out the first dude, hop stepping the second dude again, taking him out, taking out the driver, button mashing to stop the car, and then there's either a second car in front of you with reinforcements or a second car that comes later. So then the whole game comes to a halt. You have to beat these dudes up and then you finally get your crime tokens. Now, is this cool as fuck the first few times you do it? Absolutely. But once you get to like number 40, number 41, number 42, and you're in like your 8th district and shit, it gets kind of tiring to have the game come to a complete stop just to do a side activity. But in this game, you hop on that car, hit one button, take the dude out, web up the driver, stop the car, hop off, web wing away. Like this shit is fast. And it's not to say that there aren't side activities that do make you come to more of a complete stop, but just like small things like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep the flow of the game going. And it even makes sense narratively since we're dealing with the Peter Parker that's been Spider-Man for 10 years and a Miles Morales that's been getting trained by this Peter Parker for 2 years. So like they should be, you know, experienced enough to wrap these niggas up. One of my favorite aspects of this game that I feel like people aren't talking about enough as well is how they completely redid the exploration. No more bullshit Ubisoft Eagle Towers. Let's fucking go. They tied exploration and gameplay completely together, and I love that shit. That's not to say that it's still not kind of checklisty once you start unlocking stuff, but that's kind of how every open world game works. But the process of actually finding those things is a lot better than find a district tower, fucking turn it on, you unlock shit. Ooh, there's things for me to do, and then that sucks. That sucks. I hate that shit. Let me do Spider-Man shit to unlock Spider-Man shit so I can do more Spider-Man shit. It sounds very simple, but a lot of open world games don't do this, but it seems that we're finally starting to win. It's finally starting to become a trend to just fold in the exploration and the movement system and the combat system and the story in together as like one thing. Ghost of Tsushima did it, Elden Ring did it, both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom did it, and of course, Spider-Man 2 did it. So hopefully, this fucking Ubisoft Towers, let's gotta collect them all Pokemon bullshit will come to an end. Please. I'm so sick of the Eagle Towers. God, it's just so good. It's just small quality of life changes to make the game that much better. We're not even talking about like the elephant in the room, the Mary Jane missions. They made Mary Jane fucking fun. God damn, dude, like I would actually play a Mary Jane DLC. That was some crisp gameplay, especially when you got the fully upgraded pistol at the end. That shit turned into a Resident Evil map. That shit was Mary Jane the Mercenary. Sorry if I'm looking away from the camera a lot. It's been a while since I've used like the tripod and like fucking recorded shit. Like this thing is sitting on my lopsided ass chair right now. It's probably a constant Dutch angle. It's probably annoying as fuck. God damn. The final big positive, of course, is the story. I don't know what else you were expecting me to say. But I really like how the characters are written in this game, especially Peter, Mary Jane, Harry Osborn. Their friendship seems believable, it seems natural, It's a little bit on the sappy side, but also Harry's been sitting in a tank for like 5 years or whatever, so that kind of makes sense. But that trio actually feels like a trio of friends, which is something a lot of Spider-Man adaptations don't do right. Even the Sam Raimi movies, man, like, it was not believable that those motherfuckers were friends sometimes. I'm gonna be completely honest. Even Pete and Harry, when they just focused on them, sometimes it just seemed like Harry was unnecessarily antagonistic and Pete was the same way. It's just like, do these niggas like each other or not? But nah, this game completely remedied that. Norman Osborn isn't a sociopath and actually likes his child. That's rare. That's a W. I could have sworn, I don't know if this is true, but I could have sworn Norman Osborn fucking sold Harry's soul one time. Can't remember what issue or what run of Spider-Man that was, but I believe it happened. And even if it didn't, I believe most versions of Norman would do some shit like that. The only thing Norman missing in this game is the waves. He just, somebody get him his brush. Now, there are some issues with the story that I have, particularly in the pacing of the story, but we'll get to those later. And before we get to like the major negatives, I kind of just want to quickly discuss the two pretty big elephants in the room. Number one is Mary Jane's face. Mary Jane is not ugly. Mary Jane is not ugly. She looks fine. Problem with Mary Jane's face is that she kind of just looks a lot older than Pete and Harry. And this isn't even my original like analysis and shit. This was my sister, who is the artist of the family, explaining what they did. They really made her eyeballs sunken in. Like, that's kind of the only problem here. Sure, eyes are like real sunk in. Like, Mary Jane low-key looked like she got PTSD. I don't know what happened in Symparia, but like, she got that 1,000-yard stare, bro. And some of them angles, this shit is a little scary. And the second elephant in the room is that there are some people in this world that honestly believe that a game that takes 15 hours to beat and 24 hours to platinum is too fucking short. These people have autism. I'm playing. But at least for me, this was almost like the perfect amount of game, especially for the shit that's going on in my life right now. I could chip away at little bits and pieces of it during the week after work, and then on a Friday night, stay up to like 1, 2 a.m. and 100% that bitch. And I know I could do this because that's exactly what happened. Still maintain my actual life relationships. I could still hold on to my full-time job, still get groceries, work out and shit, and I could still have time to study for MCATs, which take like 7.5 hours if you're gonna do a practice exam. This was literally the perfect amount of game. Not every game needs to go on for fucking ever. I respect heavily Baldur's Gate 3. I respect it. I respect that bitch. You best believe it's a Dungeons and Dragons game. I love D&D. Baldur's Gate 3 is never getting touched. Not in this lifetime. I heard it takes 60 hours to get out of Act 1, bro. I only put 70 hours into Ghost of Tsushima to fucking beat that bitch. 60 hours for Act 1? Act 1, nigga? Not every game needs to take literal fucking years off my life. I'm still making my way through Elden Ring right now. Like, that's gonna take forever. That is my investment. That is my infinite game. Not every game gotta be like that. I would like to play other shit, is all I'm saying. Like, no, nigga, no. You just don't like playing other types of video games. Listen here, you little shit. I was a fan of the Yakuza games in 2011. I had to watch an entire fucking Yakuza Ishin gameplay in Japanese with bad translations because they wouldn't port that bitch. Because only 2 people played Yakuza games in the United States at the time, and that was me and one other nigga that I know. He was my uncle, bro. It was just 2 of us. I did not spend a decade trying to get niggas to play these fucking games just to have you tell me that I don't like playing different shit. Sorry, I lost my cool there. My doctor thinks I might have ADHD. Anyway, I know y'all attention spans are fading fast, so let's hurry up and get into the goddamn... Where'd the suit powers go? What the fuck happened to them? Why did we get rid of those? I understand that like the symbiote is kind of like the main big boy thing in the fucking game, but like, come on, dude. Really? No suit powers, just at all. You couldn't even copy and paste them bitches into the new fucking game. Why? Mysterio, low-key wasted. They fucking wasted Mysterio, bro. His final boss is really cool, and that's about it. Why did they just make Mysterio have remastered screwball challenges? That's what it was. Like, it's Mysterio, bro. Like, is all he good for fucking gauntlets across the city? It's fucking Mysterio. Miles is a dweeb and can't dress well, and they're afraid of letting him be too black. And that's coming from me, a motherfucker that dresses like a homeless man with Soldier 3 Class 3 Timbs sitting on his bookshelf right now. But like, I still got like a pair of these, bro. Like, why is this nigga rocking blue shoes with a red jacket or blue shoes with a neon yellow shirt? What the fuck are these Power Rangers SPD ass fits, nigga? Wanna rock Adidas? That's cool. Wear some normal ass gray runners with white soles like a normal fucking human being. What are you doing? Put on some goddamn Yeezys. And I get it. He's supposed to be a dweeb, but like, when I think black dweebs or black nerds, I'm thinking like Virgil from Static Shock. I'm thinking like goddamn Roger from Craig of the Creek. You know, they're fucking nerds, but like, they could go outside looking presentable. What is this nigga doing? And the final thing is, even though I really like the story and I really like how the story is paced, I also kind of hate how the story is paced. Sometimes they'll introduce characters or concepts and then kind of just throw them away to keep escalating the shit that's going on. And while I understand why they did that, because they were trying to cover a lot of shit at the same time, kind of redo a lot of shit at the same time, and still make it like their own unique story, I get it. I get why they did this. But like, we couldn't have one more mission with Agent Venom. Like, goddamn, dude. Like, we saw this nigga for like 2 seconds and he's just gone. A lot of the characters they introduced, especially in Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery, are clearly gonna be DLC. Like, it's incredibly obvious, but still, let it sit, you know? Let it fucking marinate. You know what I'm saying? Let us enjoy. Let us partake. Don't gotta rush them out like this. But as like a final verdict, this game definitely lived up to the hype. It's very good. It's not perfect. It's got problems. They'll never be able to patch out Spider Cube. But it is very good, and I very much recommend playing it. It is very fun, very concise, cut out a lot of the fat. Again, I'm gonna keep bringing it up because it's so fucking good. But yeah, it definitely lived up to the hype. Now that ending, shit, if they introduce this character like how they introduced her in the comics, except they making Miles the main Spider-Man right now, you're gonna have this nigga struggling between fried chicken or fried rice. Select and take your best pick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I would like to apologize for that joke. That joke is very inappropriate. Just, if you know, you know. If you know, you fucking know, dude.